Welcome back, followers, to the Dragon Age Origins Zathlasan Let's Play. I had a comment that said the gameplay sounds are a bit too loud, so we're turning that down a bit and we'll see if we can get the perfect balance for this. But we're going to be exploring the camp. Like last time we explored a little bit of the camp, but we still have much to go. So we'll be exploring the camp, and then maybe we'll even get further on. Who knows, the missions are never clear, after all. Also, again, pacifist, we don't like to kill, ever. Unless it's absolutely necessary. Also, I know this guy. He has something to say.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
We have them on the run, I hear.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
Is it possible he has important information?
The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
He's terrified. Utterly terrified. Ah well, a bit of fear isn't unusual. It is a war after all.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be. Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
I will, thank you.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I'm Zathlasan.
Serturi is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arlayman. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, clearly the Grey Wardens pick their recruits on their merits. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Davith said we might be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Yes, off with you now. Yeah, also, you can't even go into this area, unfortunately. I always kind of wondered what was there, but it's probably nothing, I suppose.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
That's horrible. Why haven't they fed you?
I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such.
Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
And did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
If you weren't deserting, why sneak around the camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Ugh. I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Okay, talk to the guard.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
Whatever. People can be nice to one another once in a while, you know?
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's the food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
I will say, oh yeah, almost forgot, but I'm also potentially considering doing a DC Universe Online Let's Play. Also, if you enjoy my content here, I generally join one of my friends' streams on an app which I will be giving the link to. If you like it, come join. We usually stream
Not
between
abandon us in
8
our darkest
to
hour.
8 or 9 for
Watch
me to
over the
join, but
valiant King
usually
Keelan
8 o'clock is the start time, and it goes to about
This isn't
11:30.
good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member
So,
of the breed.
you know, I'll leave it in the description.
Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
Put muzzle on the dog.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be why.
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white, with a blood-red centre.
I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Poor dog. Okay, next up, we're gonna go this way a bit more.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right. Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
No, just wanted to talk.
Are you the new Grey Warden recruit? I was just walking by when I heard. It must be exciting to be so important. Wait, you aren't here to tell me I'm in trouble, are you?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Poor elves. Why do they get so much
Maker's
slack?
breath, another elf. What do you want?
I happen to be a Grey Warden, human, not some servant.
Congratulations. Not bad for an elf. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the camp.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a Clane tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath, to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the clan, who made him their chieftain.
So what happened to him?
Matthias's prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skaia learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Matthias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
So what happened to his wife, Cecia?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Matthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
An interesting legend, thank you.
It was an honor.
So what does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Is a dog that good in combat?
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't it be smart to leave your dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy was painted with caddis?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Next up we go this way. There's two characters I want to speak to over here.
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about the Tairn Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Tairn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
Surely you can tell me a little bit about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I'd like an audience with the Tairn, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
I'm not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty, nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
No, I didn't know that.
Maric respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Marek would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. I hear you're from the Circle of Magi. The first enchanter spoke highly of you. A great achievement, for one so young. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I hope not.
You're wiser than you look. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
And if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
And that was Loghain. He's a decent character. Bit weird though.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Do you know where the king is?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
I didn't know Kalen was married.
To the Teyrn's daughter, no less. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
I should go.
As you wish.
Look carefully, men. This wretched thing is a dog spawn.
This should be easy enough.
Strong and cunning and smart.
Yep, can't get that. There's the lock. If you're a rogue, you can pick the locked chest, but we're not a rogue, we're a mage.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends
chest.
these darkspawn back underground.
Unfortunate, but oh well.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the dark.
Yeah, there's the messenger again. Okay, now there's only one thing to do. Let's go find the other guy. I deliberately went in this specific circle because it would allow me to get all the people before the next mission.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle. Let us consider.
Let's see. Can't get that chest yet either. You have to wait until that guy is somewhere else. Which, I will show you when that is, so just follow along, be patient, and you'll see a world of pure power, the likes of which you'd never see. I already have the story in mind for this character, so, you know, there's that. I might consider eventually doing a stream or something where I let the audience decide what the character does, but we'll see.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Well, that was lovely.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
I am indeed a mage.
And here I thought I'd been yelled at by every mage in camp. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Zathlasan.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, I haven't.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
You don't have to accompany me, do you?
Don't worry, I'll try not to embarrass you.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Oops, wrong one.
Yes?
You don't really have to accompany me, do you?
Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass you.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
I have a few questions for you. The joining ritual.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if firm.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
This upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tairn Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Caelan just wants his place in history. The Tairn is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
How much will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
Why is it happening here, of all places?
We're at the edge of the Korcari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
What are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tairn Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tairn really seems to believe this is a real blight, however.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
The Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
So they're knights, heroes.
I don't know if I go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in Neanderfell? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Cailan is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
So the Grey Wardens have the right to conscript anyone?
King Marek, Cailan's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
This
Of
blight
course.
Duncan mentioned. So what is a blight? Where did Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
Give me the truth then.
The truth is we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
So what you talked about was the first blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another blight.
So where's the archdemon for this blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is an archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
I have other questions about the blight.
Of course.
How many Darkspawn are out there?
Thousands. Tens of thousands. They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
How did anyone even know about this blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
If you actually know the game, you'll know exactly what word he was about to say. How do Grey Wardens defeat the blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the Last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
I have no more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Okay. That's essentially going to be this episode. I'll probably do a hour-long episode that will release later in the week since I'll be gone for a bunch of days, but we'll see how that goes. So, in the next episode, we'll be tackling the next mission. It'll actually be less talking. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, slap the like button, and subscribe to help me become a God Trooper. I will see you all next time. Peace.